Welcome in, Greg Ruff and Austin Selby, the men's and women's cross-country coach here at Trevecca, and you have been working all year for the next couple of weekends, right? Talk about the training, the process to get to this point for the GMAC Championships on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's real interesting. You plan and train, set up 3-4 months worth of training, and it all boils down to a few weeks, even as far back as June. And so we've really looked to make our runners stronger, to make them faster, but to make them smart runners as well, very, very tactical runners, so that when we come to this point of the year where it comes down to, it's not whether or not you PR, it's whether or not you beat the other guy on the other team. And I think we've done a really good job of facilitating that this year in our races. The way we've finished, it's been a lot more about passing, moving up in packs throughout the race, and we've seen that work pretty well this year. And I think, I think they're all in a mentally strong place where they know what they need to do, and so we work towards that, and we hope it's all paid off. And at this point, runners like to say the hay's in the barn, so we'll see what happens over the next few weeks, and hopefully we've done it right. I'm sure hoping so.
I don't want you to give away any secrets, but what's the thought going into the GMAC Championship?
When? It's, you just don't know what other teams are going to do. Everybody, most of the teams in our conference have very talented runners on their team. Some have, a couple individuals, and some have very solid, very strong teams. So it's just really important to see how they come out and race. It's important for us to know the rosters of the other teams, so when we get to the line, we can say, oh, hey, somebody's missing from that, or hey, that's somebody we don't recognize. That might mean they've been resting for this point. So going into Saturday, we just need to be the better team. And so whatever that's going to take from our guys and girls, we're fully prepared. We've talked through a lot of scenarios. We still have, a lot of talking to do this week. But I think everybody kind of knows their expectation. They know their role. And, I think I said last time we talked, whatever we talk about can totally go out the window right at the start. Or, who knows, it could be 40-mile-an-hour winds. You look at the New York City Marathon this weekend. All kinds of runners had to change what they were doing. So it's just to be prepared and to be relaxed at the same time. I think the more prepared you are, the less nervous you are about all the possibilities, and you're just ready to react as opposed to, spend 30 seconds of trying to figure out what to do next on a cross-country race could lose it for you, for the team, and really affect things. So I think we're ready for whatever gets thrown at us.
My low level of knowledge may be revealed in this, but to me it seems like a significant thing is the distances get different in the postseason. How big of a challenge is that?
Well, luckily for this weekend, for the guys, it stays at 8K, which we have raced exclusively since our first race. We were in 5K to open the year. Our guys are very comfortable with that distance. And for the ladies, moving from 5 to 6K, just the races we went to this year, there weren't any 6K opportunities for us. And looking at the schedule, I wasn't necessarily comfortable with it at first, but the training that you do isn't that much different from a 5K to a 6K. We have very strong girls that I think are going to handle the addition very, very well, and even moving up to the 10K for the guys once we get to regionals. We ran them through kind of one of our signature workouts that I created, and we have a name for it, and we call it the Trojan, and we ran them through it last Friday when the weather was changing, and it was super windy. It was first real cold day we've had to deal with, and to say they hit it out of the park would be an understatement. It was amazing what I saw them do, and gave me and them a lot of confidence. So 5K, 6K, I think our girls have got it, and moving from the 8K to the 10K at regionals, I think our guys will do just fine. We have to prepare for both all throughout the season, and I think we've done that.
He's Austin Selby. He's taking his teams to the GMAC and to the NCAA Regional over the next couple of weeks. Follow them on tnutrojans.com.